There is a serious boom going on in data journalism. More and more publications are using data journalism to tell stories with numbers, and there are so many opportunities for people working in PR, marketing, corporate communications, even employee communications, but the industry just doesn't seem to have caught on yet. A lot of publications are setting up data journalism units, collections of reporters and specialists who know exactly how to dig into these numbers and produce really compelling stories with the results that they get, with the stories that they find. In other publications, individual journalists are just learning how to use the tools, and they're acquiring the skills to jump into data sets and tell stories with numbers. Oh, and the stories they're telling. The Wall Street Journal used data to explain how they produced those really compelling lyrics in the Broadway hit Hamilton. There's a site dedicated to data journalism called Periscopic, and they were able to chart the emotions in the inaugural addresses of the last 10 U.S. presidents. That's all entertaining stuff, but a lot of data journalism is being used to expose issues and problems and even malfeasance. The Washington Post, for example, told a fantastic story marrying text and images and video and data visualizations to explain the impact of border fences on populations. A Spanish publication made it easy for citizens to find out for their members of parliament exactly how much money they had and what assets they owned, like cars and real estate. In Canada, the Globe and Mail revealed that police departments across the country just don't believe 20% of the calls they get alleging sexual assault. Government is not the sole target of data journalism either. Work for utility? In France, a publication crowdsourced 10,000 consumer water bills and used it to paint a picture of water costs. Individuals could use this, so could local governments when they were negotiating water utility deals. The Financial Times used data journalism to expose private companies offering in-home health care, the services that they were scaling back, leaving patients to suffer while they made bigger and bigger profits. A California advocacy group did their own data journalism to show how one hospital network was charging Medicare for procedures that were more expensive than the ones that they were actually performing on patients. Bloomberg created an absolutely stunning series of interactive charts and graphs that listed the most dangerous jobs in America. Did you know that if you collect trash, you're more likely to be killed in a traffic accident than a policeman or a fireman? And if you drive a cab, you're more likely to be murdered than any other occupation. If you work in any of those industries, you're going to want to be ready to respond to those stories that are published using cold, hard data. You're going to want to be ready to respond to inquiries from reporters working on those stories and asking for data sets. You're even going to want to be able to create your own data journalism in order to elevate your content marketing or identify stories in your own data or in public data that you can pitch to journalists. I'll be teaching a webinar on data journalism for communicators at noon on Thursday, July 27th. I'm going to cover the elements of data journalism, how it works, what some of the tools are, and I'll review the various ways that you could use data journalism to improve your own communication. The registration fee covers not just you, but everybody in your department or on your team. It gives you ongoing access to the webinar video replay, and I will send you a data journalism tip sheet. I am seriously excited about the prospects for data journalism in PR communication and marketing. Join me for this webinar. I'll get you revved up too.